Yeah, it's so weird.
Crazy.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I guess I'm counting down again. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, good luck to all the runners.
Good luck.
Must apologize for my voice. I just got back from an in-person Spyro event, so I might be a little shoddy still.
You're good. All right. So, as a reminder for the rules here, basically the rules of Bingo for Spyro 2 is you let the intro cutscene play. That gives you like 2 or 3 minutes to peruse the board, figure out what you want to do, and again, this is a Lockout Bingo, 2v2 Lockout Bingo, so that's 2 teams working against each other to basically get the majority of the board to their color. The 2 teams we have right now are Silver and ZL. Silver and ZL are, well, actually all 4 of the runners here are 100% runners primarily, I would say. So they have good knowledge of the full game.
Absolutely. And I'm just looking at the board trying to think of anything quick. If I'm a runner in this spot, I'm just thinking of well, I guess the main thing would be do we go for Fireball? Do we any percent it?
Yes, so basically what happened in the previous run, the previous bingo, was there was basically nothing for the end game. So let's just highlight this real quick. We have Cloud Temples. We have 7 Homeworld Orbs, cannot be done without Winter Tundra. We have, I think 3 Mystery Jars requires Winter Tundra. I think Professor Orbs probably requires Winter Tundra. All 20 power-ups definitely requires Winter Tundra. So there's definitely a few things here. Metropolis, all speedways, Cloud
So there's
Temples.
actually a decent bit.
Yes, there's definitely going to be someone in both teams here. UFOs 2 is in Winter Tundra, Robotica. So I'd say almost half the board here requires Winter Tundra. So my guess is everyone is going to eventually make it to Winter Tundra here. We might see one player in one of the teams opt to just focus on the early game. So actually, let me just keep them highlighted here. All speedways, Metropolis.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was thinking if I'm on a team and like this many homeworlds use Winter Tundra, the question isn't like, oh, are we gonna rush? It's do we send one person to rush for Fireball?
This is a lot. What's Factory Glide? Oh, that's in Hurricos. All right. Hurricos and Cullix 2, that's Autumn Plains. 4 Rockets is Autumn Plains. 3 Mystery Jars. There's Zephyr, there's... What else has Mystery Jars? Zephyr, Robotica.
Good old Shady Oasis.
Shady. Surely there's more than 3 in the game.
I'm trying to... Oh, so Zephyr, Shady, Robotica... I seriously can only think of 3.
Alright.
So, who knows?
Skilos. There you go. That's the 4th.
Oh, Skilos.
There might be more. Which means it is possible to do 3 Mystery Jars without Winter Tundra, is it?
Absolutely.
Alright. So that's not a goal, but everything that has a star on my screen right now, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goals require Winter Tundra, as far as I can tell.
And
that's
we
not
already
right.
see the
2
difference.
Professor Orbs is done in a single level, Zephyr, and in fact, that's probably where people are going to do it. Zephyr has 2 Professor Orbs.
Zephyr has 2, yeah.
No, it has 1 Professor Orb, and the other one is from... Okay. What else? Where else is the Professor?
He's in Mystic Merge, but that's a very long escort mission.
Yeah, that one.
Would not recommend.
Colossus. Thank you, James. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
So that one is probably not a Winter Tundra goal then, because Mystic Marsh, yeah, doesn't sound like fun. But what do we have then? We have
ZL and Spudlyman. They were the rushers for each team. It looked like.
Right. I need
they
to do a
both
little maintenance real quick on the scripts.
Oh,
apparently, WedStream has crashed.
Oh, it has crashed. Wed is forever stuck in the air.
Yeah, let me just figure out which one of the streams is Wed's.
But going back on the gameplay, Spudlyman is still rushing, trying to get going into Crush. ZL was rushing, but ended up picking a orb in the homeward with a very large glide. So I'm trying to figure out what could that relate to on the bingo board. There's a lot to look at. And now Silver is going to be handing over the Crush. Okay.
Yeah, I have a feeling like that's... Okay, there you go. ZL doing a fun strat there, a fun proxy to get an on-world orb early. And I think I'd be surprised if he wasn't going to head directly into Crush from there. Yeah.
Yep.
They're both going for Autumn Plains. I think that this team will most likely... like, both of them will end up in Winter Tundra. But we have to remember that going to Winter Tundra is a time-consuming thing.
Oh, it's definitely a risk.
Despite being able to get there without, you know, doing anything in the game, thanks to Gulp Skip, you still have to get Gulp Skip, you still have to fight Gulp. It's like, you're basically sacrificing 2 minutes to just gain access to those goals at the end.
Absolutely. And we see Wed is actually going to go for the first tangible goal that's possibly quick. And that's going to be 100% Summer Forest. Wed is going very hard at this goal and should get it here soon. Oh, I changed my answer. Going into Colossus. Sees another goal he likes. But Spudly is going to be the first one out of Crush.
He probably assumes that no one is going for 100% Summer Forest in one go, so he's sacrificing, you know, the off chance that, like, he's risking the chance that maybe he's wrong, and instead, you know, working on another goal, which he probably will get first. So, all of that just to help with the routing, I suppose.
And Spudly is going to head over to Skelos. And with that, Silver and ZL are almost synced up, leaving Crush.
Nice. What's in Skelos for Spudly here? I'm assuming...
What I am trying to figure out. Looks like it's going to be something with this mini game.
Dinos, Skelos. Probably 10 Autumn Plains orbs. Those are fairly quick to get.
Oh, yeah, you can get the 2 orbs here. Not too bad.
And no fireworks bottle here, but there is a mystery jar. So he might be going for that as well.
Ah, that is true. Honestly, Skelos actually fulfills a lot of baseline requirements. You gotta get your 2 orbs, you go in to get your mystery jar here if you want it.
Yes,
and, it's probably a good diversion.
There's a power-up here, so if you see someone going for enemies, that means they're going for the 20 power-up. But that is a hefty goal. The 20 power-up, and I suspect that we won't see it completed until the very end, if we even get there. Because that means visit, like, several levels, and then use the power-up gate in all of those levels.
Yeah. We see Zio tried to go for Gulp Skip. It looked like just got pushed out of the wall.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, we see Wed doing hockey. Wed's hockey 1 not going so far great. The first shot, right past him.
Meanwhile, Silver clearly just working on the 3 mystery jars. Oh, another stream crashed.
Ah, Zio.
It was going so well.
Wed is still doing hockey 1. Misses another shot, but does get it pretty well. And Spudly is going to be going for the mystery vases, gets it, grabs the gems from the mystery vase, and probably should head out. Will do.
The stream didn't crash. It's ZL's... Hold on, I need to actually go on Twitch to figure out if this is just my plugin.
Oh,
it's
I see
actually
what you mean.
Frozen. I'll be right back. I need to just check with them.
Absolutely. Looks like Zio's...
actually, since I'm streaming, can you go check up?
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. Red team?
Yes, Zio. Alright, meanwhile, I probably should continue the commentary. We have Wed still working on Colossus. We have Silver. Okay. Looks like ZL just needed to restart his capture, maybe. Let's hope that it actually resumes soon enough. Yeah, Silver working on the 10 Autumn Plane Orbs, probably doing the exact same thing Spudlyman did earlier. I don't remember if I saw Spudlyman doing the mystery jar part, but we'll see. Now Spudlyman is working on more orbs and gems. Surprisingly, he's not going for sparks. There you go, extra life, that'll do it. He's not going for that orb though, so just the gems in Crystal Glacier. 600 combined gems in Crystal Glacier and Robotica. That's a goal we didn't see earlier. The kind of goal we didn't see earlier. Simply enough, there are combined gem goals, which is a single player among the in a team. A single player must get 600 combined gems in 2 levels, which means he has to get, for example, he could get like 250 in Crystal and then 350 in Robotica. I'm going to remove the star here so you can see what that it is indeed 600 gems. I don't know if anyone else is streaming without voice, but it looks like the stream ended. All right, it's back. No sound.
I have returned.
Yes. The stream is back. He doesn't have sound now. Or that might be me, but yeah, I unmuted and it's not playing. So anyway, it doesn't matter too much. It'll just be quiet for the rest of the this race. I don't want to bother the runners too much. This is, after all, a race.
For sure. Look, when I went in there, they were determined to win. I was definitely a burden. And Zio, fixed their gameplay, got it all set up, decided to let them be.
Mm-hmm.
Also, looked like Wed did get the hockey skill point.
Ah, right. But he did not finish up Colossus. Is that because there's no 100% Colossus goal this time?
I don't see 100% Colossus score. I'm looking for orbs as well, or anything. And
yes.
To be honest, Colossus is actually
orb.
not that great.
Usually there's a hockey thing somewhere on there, but it looks like it's just the skill point this time.
Skill point. Which, how do you get the skill point? Why don't we remind the audience?
You have to basically beat Hockey 2 without letting a single goal into your goal. So basically get a 5-0 score on Hockey 2. That's how you get the skill point. Which I would remind people, like, even as a speedrunner, sometimes the game just decides that you don't deserve it, and somehow, like, and by that I mean, like, sometimes the game doesn't even allow, sometimes the game just throws the puck in their enemy's goal without you having a chance to do anything. So,
yep.
And your goal, I guess. I can't speak. Anyway.
No, hockey, the hockey minigame is by far the most annoying thing. It's a lot of time save if you have a good hockey, but when you have a bad one, it can be very just frustrating because most of the time it just doesn't feel like your true fault.
Right.
So, very, very tilting. ZL looked like is going to get an orb in this cave. It has Fireball. I must have missed that. So, assuming Zio doesn't need the Spokes range, Zio is just going to go for ghouls now, but he will be the first one with Fireball, which may come in handy here soon.
Mm-hmm. So now, yeah, clearly he's working on the 7 homeworld orbs. He just completed it.
Nice.
I only saw 2 of them, but, we just got to trust that the runners are keeping track of their own board and
their own goals.
Knowing their goal are ready to be checked.
You saw 2, I'll tell you right now, I saw 3, so not 3. Much better.
That's all right. Spud, currently working on Gulp. He's going to be going to Winter Tundra. As far as I can tell, we're probably not going to see other runners go to Winter Tundra until, like, the very end, if there's nothing else to do, is my guess.
And I was about to say the same thing. Yeah, at this point, we already have one player on each team going for Fireball. I don't think you need to double up on Fireball here. I think there's enough to do in Autumn Plains, especially, where you can just send your runner to do some goals there that don't necessarily need it.
Because, yeah, 10 goals do require Winter Tundra in the board, as far as we've been able to say. Unfortunately, they're all in different levels, right? You have something about Metropolis and UFOs, too. Those are in the same levels. All 20 power-ups, obviously. Now you have to get that, you have to enter Metropolis, Robotica. You have to enter every level, don't you?
Pretty much, yeah. And then you also have the goal, like, get 600 combined gems in Robotica, so you gotta head in there, Robotica and Crystal. Fracture Hills, Metropolis. So yeah, basically, actually looking at Metropolis, Metropolis is actually a pretty heavy stage. You need to get a decent bit of gems, and you also need to do the UFOs. So Metropolis would be a very good stage to go to at some point here soon.
I'm seeing that 4+ orbs in Glimmer and Sunny Beach still unchecked, and I don't know how to feel about that. This feels like something that should have been done really early by one of the teams, but maybe they both decided that, you know, they were just going to give it to the other team. So
maybe, yeah.
It might be something we'll see just near the end, because there you go. Someone's entering Sunny Beach now, so Wed is probably working on that at the moment.
Gotcha, yep. And also, Wed has also completed 100% Summer Forest. We saw Wed going for it at the beginning of this race. While everyone was rushing to get Fireball and get past Crush, Wed was cleaning up. And like you said, Wed is now in Sunny Beach and is probably going to clear up the 4+ Orbs goal next. So that's going to be very useful.
Meanwhile, Spudlyman just finishing up with Mystic Marsh. What was the goal with Mystic Marsh again? 4+ orbs with Mystic Marsh, and then possibly using all 20 power-ups. I don't think I saw Spud using the spring power-up, so I don't think they're working on that.
I definitely did not see the spring power-up.
Feels like that. Yeah, that goal is.
I would go as far as to say that goal is going to be a late game goal.
It probably will not be met at all because of the rules that you just need a majority. As soon as a team hits 13, you don't need to continue. So at that point, you know, there's no point in going for that goal, which does play out in the routing. Like if a team agrees that, you know, that goal just isn't worth going for, you know, they will not do it, and they probably will only do it if it becomes like a 12 versus 12 with that single
scenario,
goal left at the end.
Which, if it comes down to that, then that is going to be very chaotic, because then you're going to be scrambling to figure out, like, did I use any power-ups during my whole, you know, race? And, like, if so, you're going to have a very long time doing that goal if it becomes that close. But I feel like that's not to be expected. ZL going to be doing this little dino mini game here. Going to get the 2 orbs from this. Very easy orbs. Oh, I'm sorry, ZL. Commentator's curse. Meanwhile, Wed is going to be doing Turtle Soup. Another 2 easy orbs, but I will say the second pro could be a little slow.
So another player going to Winter Tundra. I don't know if you were mentioning that because I was a bit distracted, but we'll see the full team now has opted to go to Winter Tundra on the left side.
Oh.
And just now, blue team is getting their first Fireball.
Yeah, Spudly gets it.
So,
which will be huge, because we have a decent bit of challenges in Winter Tundra and Autumn Plains. I'd say those 2 homeworlds are...
At this point, I'd say ZL has a bit of a head start on all those Winter Tundra / Fireball goals. So it's probably going to be a matter of luck for the other team, whether they're deciding to work on a goal that ZL already has a head start on, or if they choose to work on something else, in which case they'll probably have a chance at unlocking it down.
Yeah, and good news for Spudlyman. Spudly is going to enter, I believe, Cloud Temples, and I did not see Zeo enter that level. So whatever goal Spudly is going for, I can at least guarantee that Zeo has not entered that level, so we'll probably not get goal sniped.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, speaking of Zeo, Zeo is in Idle Springs. Not quite where I expected him to be. So now I'm trying to look and see what possible goal he could be trying to achieve.
There was something about fireworks rockets, so that's one of them. As far as what else, I'm not seeing it either.
Yeah, I literally just see the fireworks. Granted, Ignite 4 rockets, you know, I don't know how many rockets are technically in the game, so maybe this is like one of the like quicker ones, but doesn't look like it.
The thing is, if all he wanted was the fireworks rocket, then with Fireball he just needed to aim up and shoot at it from the start of the level. But he can't, so he's going for something else here. I just need to figure out what it is as well. There's no Professor Orb in there. He's going for all the gems.
I 100% agree with you. I am still confused, and I think me and you are both just staring at Zeo's gameplay, trying to figure out the puzzle.
I guess we'll see in a minute. Meanwhile, I think we just saw another goal being marked by Wed 2 minutes ago, 4+ orbs in Glimmer and Sunny Beach. We were expecting it.
Yep.
So that's good. As expected, Spudlyman is working on stuff in Cloud Temples, all orbs. He got a few gems on the way. Never hurts.
He's going to go for this little skip trick where you trigger Agent Zero and then you get teleported.
Yeah, a little sequence break.
A little sequence break. Nice.
And now we have Silver and Robotica. There's a few things in Robotica, 600 combined gems. I don't remember if I saw Silver and Crystal Glacier or not. There's also a fireworks rocket in Robotica. That one is a little bit out of the way, and especially if he only has flame.
And going back to Zeo, Zeo did end up leaving Idle Springs after collecting a bunch more gems, and the only tangible goal I saw them achieve was the fireworks, so maybe they just wanted the extra gems.
A little bit of an odd level to go for gems in.
Yeah, I am very confused.
I don't see any requirement to pay money bags in here, so... and he already has paid money bags, which is the odd thing. Like, he doesn't have he didn't pay money bags, but I suspect he did enter theater, in which case all the money bags are gone. And
it has to, like I said, it has to be the rockets, because Zeo just entered Colossus, ignited the rocket, and then immediately left. But for gem collection, I have no clue. But with that being said, it looks like Wed, was trying to figure out where Wed was going, and Wed threw me for a curveball. Looks like Wed's going to be heading back somewhere.
Back to Idle Springs, probably for the fireworks rocket.
Yep.
Oh, never mind.
No, baited.
Back to Glimmer.
Thought about it. Also, Silver is collecting gems to complete the gem combination in Robotica and Glacier. It looks like Silver's on the hunt for that one.
That 100% Glimmer goal is an interesting one in a lockout scenario, because you don't want to be the one to work on it, because like if a team decides to work on that right away at the start of the run, you don't want to be the other team. You don't want to be the one that does it second. So I believe that both teams decided to just leave it behind, figure out, is another team going to work on it? Are they going to lock it? And now that it's been 24 minutes, Wed has probably surmised that, it's fine. They didn't go for it. They're probably not there yet. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to go for 100% here.
Yep. I 100% agree. You don't want 100% a level this early on, not only for the time loss, but also you don't want to be, like you said, the second team who finishes it, but finishes late compared to the other one, because that's a humongous time loss. So I really do like Wed's play here to wait quite a while and then go back to it when no one's really thinking about it on the other team. Spudlyman is also going to be in Robotica. It seems like the Robotica gym collection goal has been on a lot of players' minds.
Yeah,
Silver
Spudlyman
was in it.
did already do Crystal Glacier, though, so he's probably going to be the one to grab that one, considering Silver went to Robotica, but still needs to go to Crystal Glacier after this.
Yep,
but
you're
I also
absolutely correct.
don't think I saw Silver get many gems in there. He didn't have Fireball, so I think all Silver had in mind was the fireworks rocket.
Maybe. Which would make sense because, and speaking of rockets, ZL has ignited 4 rockets, which has been what I believe to be a sub goal for a lot of runners on the other team. They just kind of like, if it's in the way, they just ignite it just in case, you know?
Well, then Silver wouldn't have been the one to ignite rockets, would he?
No,
what
I
was
think
his play
Silver.
in Robotica?
I think Silver's play,
There's
was
the
to grab the
Springs
gems.
goal. Row 3, column 5, 250 gems in both Idle Springs and Cloud Temples. That's why ZL was there.
Ah.
And now he's doing Cloud Temples. He's going to get that 250 gems, despite not having a chance to get the Cloud Temple orbs, because Spudly already got that. ZL probably decided that it was worth going for the 250 gems at this point. And I'm actually surprised that he's doing this Agent Spyro thing if he doesn't have a chance at getting that orb check. There might be another orb thing. Okay, he's exiting.
No, he's just done. Okay. Honestly, there is a decent bit of gems there, but I wouldn't say it was enough to full commit to that.
Yes, but you also don't need to have Agent Zero. You don't need to be in the Agent Zero challenge to get those gems. There are ways to get there with a few well-placed double jumps, which is why
maybe he didn't know, because I didn't know that either. I'm gonna have to look that up here soon. I'm actually curious about that.
But what we have here on the board is a very interesting setup. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals in blue and 5 goals in red. So definitely not enough to claim that any team is ahead of the other, because there are obviously goals that are being worked on both teams.
Oh, for sure. Spudly was the one who did get the 600 combined gems goal. We predicted it because of how they played Robotica, and they did finish it.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, Wed actually 100% Glimmer. So the board is actually pretty favored in their end right now. But they, also just finished their goals. So Silver and ZL finish theirs here soon. It would be basically tied.
Yeah, so you have
as
Silver
far as I can
working
see.
on UFOs. There was a UFO 2. Yeah, Cowlix 2 and UFOs 2. I don't remember if it was Silver or someone else I saw doing Cowlix earlier. But yeah, there it is. That was Silver. That's a big goal. Unfortunately for Silver, I don't think it was a goal that really made the other team waste too much time. If the other team had already been doing Cowlix or had already done Cowlix 2, then that would have been a huge win. But let's just call it a good thing that it's done by now. I'm sure he's glad he doesn't have to deal with this anymore.
Yeah, speaking of Metropolis, though, ZL was in Metropolis the same time Silver was. So that was very interesting to see. It looks like ZL, though, is going to go for the combined gems in this level in Fracture.
Now look at the interesting thing going on in Wed's screen. Wed is fighting Crush. I guess we hadn't noticed it, but Wed hasn't left Summer Forest yet.
That is honestly insane.
So we
timer is almost at 30 minutes.
Yeah, we had a big difference in routes here, where on the left side, both players went to Winter Tundra eventually. On the right side, Wed decided to focus on the early game. ZL decided to focus on the late game. And they're probably going to meet up in Autumn Plains at some point to clear out the goals that they haven't finished in their respective ends. That's an interesting way to do it. I'm sure there are situations where, ZL is going to have done something in the early game as well to get that cleared. Or Spudlyman, not ZL. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure there's
I
something
will say,
in there
I
that
think it
requires
did make a
endgame
lot of
ability.
sense though, because Wed completed a bunch of early game goals, and now the only thing Wed is really missing out on is Fireball, which, while it's nice, I don't think it's required for almost any of these goals. It's just a nice, thing to have.
Now we have Wed in Zephyr. What is there in Zephyr for Wed at the moment? I think it's 10 Autumn Plains orbs. Yes, there's 2 quick orbs over here in Zephyr. Just talk to the
Yep.
professor. And 1 professor orb. Is that his
Oh,
second?
That's his second. Yep. I didn't see where the first one was, but that indeed is the second one. Honestly, Zephyr
Probably
for orbs
Colossus. Yeah, Colossus Spirits.
Yep, Colossus Spirits. You're right. I remember now. But Zephyr is a very good stage to get 2 quick orbs in. If you can just do the 2 speed running jumps, the first one to skip kind of the beginning section, and then the next one to get out of bounds and skip the seed mini game. If you can do those 2 jumps, then Zephyr's huge for orbs.
Nice
Meanwhile, ZL is.
Oh, there's another Cowlix 2 goal. I did not see that. Factory Glide 1 and Cowlix 2. And now we know that it was Silver who did Cowlix 2. He could very quickly go to Hurricos and claim the other goal if he wanted to.
Honestly, I think it's the best thing to do that. I don't know when is the best time, because I don't know if the other team is actually going for that goal.
What I'm thinking is that Silver probably thinks that the other team just gave up on that goal, thinking, there's already someone doing Cowlix 2. They could do Factory Glide at any point, and Cowlix 2 is just too bothersome to bother getting. So yeah. I think Silver doesn't feel threatened, doesn't feel like that goal is threatened at all.
I would have to agree. I think Silver, that's probably a pretty good goal. You just have to make sure no one sneaks through. But Cowlix 2 is so long, I don't think that with that goal especially, you ain't going to run into that situation. And also ZL in Fracture Hills is trying to get the last few gems to get the challenge 600 combined gems in Fracture and Metropolis. ZL actually looked at their gem count and realized that they were just a bit short. Also, this one enemy is giving them a lot of trouble. Stupid hitbox, as always. ZL is actually killing all the enemies here. I'm kind of confused. Oh, all the enemies in Fracture.
Yes.
Wow, ZL's going to get 2 goals done very shortly soon. And the board is going to be almost tied up again, it looks like. Wow.
Blue will still have 1 goal advantage. It's currently 6 versus 9 advantage to Blue. So if ZL, if ZL gets 2 more goals, they're going to be at 8. So an interesting one here. There's currently 2 people in Fracture though. So as long as ZL doesn't take too much more time.
Oh, you're missing one of the enemies. Oh no, it was delayed. I believe there is 29 enemies in Fracture, so Zio is possibly going to get the last few gems to get the 600 combined, and then murk off both at the same time. Meanwhile, for Spudly, being in Fracture Hills right behind ZL, I would feel like is not the best spot to be.
There you go. So Fracture. But
oh,
Blue.
Spudly! Whoa, Spudly
Blue
beat
is
ZL
the one to mark that off. I'm sure that was like a frame snipe, and I can't tell who completed the goal early. But in bingo, it doesn't matter who completes the goal first. What matters is actually who marks it off first.
Who marks it off first, yeah.
On Lockout. And, well, obviously, you need to have completed the goal to have a chance at marking it off. But the idea is that if you want to leave a goal hidden, like you've completed the goal, but you don't want to mark it off, you want to like go to the enemy and to go in for it, waste their time on it. You can do that. Yeah. You don't have to mark it off right away, but you got the privilege to lock it down and, claim that you got it.
Yeah, it's almost mind games outside of the game. For Zio, though, definitely not in his favor. He had that 600 gem
Yeah.
goal done, and didn't murk it off because wanted to get the last few enemies. And Spudly just went in there and swooped it. Zio was probably a little upset about that one. Just goal sniped at the last second.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, I will say Blue does have a lead now.
Yes. I would say it's not a question anymore. Blue has the advantage, but it's not over yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 3 more goals for Blue to mark before they are done. And if Red is lucky and chooses their goals well, they could be basically making the other team waste their time on many goals until finally they can complete something. It's a long shot, and as I said, like, it requires a lot of luck to just figure out what your enemy is doing.
Right. I will say, at this current moment, it doesn't look that good for predictions. ZL is going for all the gems and not all the gems. What? Zio is going for all the 650 combined gems. Sorry, and a Hurricane and Fracture. And Wed is going for all the gems and Magma Cone. And since no one is joining Wed in that goal, I think Wed's going to mark that one off pretty easily.
That seems accurate. And you see Spudlyman is also working on that same goal, however. So despite not being able to basically take a goal away from Wed, he is in position to steal it from Spud. I just don't know who got there first, so can't say who has the advantage.
If you're talking about who got to Hurricane first,
yes,
that would be Zio by a solid, I'd say, like minute at this point. So Zio does have the advantage, but obviously could fall behind on that goal if Spudly has very clean movement. For all the gems, it's basically the 100% route.
Yes.
So we are going to see Zio's movement, though I will say, is very, very clean. I mean, I am extremely jealous.
ZL is a 100% runner in the 130, 13x range, so he's in his element here. He's among those runners. He's probably the better one at 100%.
Yes, and Zio does mark it off, and Spudly, looking at the board, realizes that his goal is no longer feasible, leaves as well. So Zio did get the upper hand on Spudly this time after Spudly ratioed him the last time.
Mm-hmm.
So a little revenge.
Now we have Wed working on the 10 Autumn Plane orbs. And it seems like he might have that one down as well. But also, yes, all gems in Magma Cone and 10 Autumn Plane orbs are basically a two-goal effort from Wed at the moment. Unfortunately, I don't think that would be enough to give that team the victory, so there's still more to go. But we can assume that at least the Magma Cone's gems are Wed's for the taking. I haven't kept track of progress for the Autumn Plains orbs, however, so I can't be sure on that.
I cannot be sure. It looks like ZL is going to go for what I believe to be a very, very kind of slowish. Now I think about it, though, a lot of orbs in Autumn Plains are very slow.
Yes.
Like a lot of them are kind of just you wait around. So I was going to call this orb a very slow, maybe bad decision, but think about it, like those turtle soup, like a lot of these orbs are just mind-numbingly slow.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, probably not a bad play to do it while you're still in Hurricane.
And you see Silver also is basically doing a slow orb. He opted to do the Alchemist as one of his Autumn Plane orbs and got another orb on the way. I don't know if that's 10 for Red. Not yet. There's still more to go.
And Wed having to do this challenge without Fireball. This is the one time Fireball would be nice. That mission takes forever doing it the standard way.
There you go. Lava rock. I think Silver is just setting up for the last of his challenge here. He had Fireball but didn't have Head Bash. There is a way to start the Hunter challenge without head bash, and having fireball, he already killed the enemies, and that's 10 autumn plane orbs for silver.
Wow.
This is anybody's game at this
And this
point.
is anyone's game, but I will say Red's momentum the past few levels have been insane. Looking at the chart, it's just been ZL completed Fracture Hills, all the enemies. Silver completed Factory Glide 1 and the Cowlix 2. Silver got all the speedways, unlocked them all. And then Silver also used all the power-ups. And then ZL got all the 650 combined gems in Hurricane and Fracture. Like, Red Team has just been on fire.
Yeah, that's 11 for red, 12... no, 11 for blue. What? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for red. Red has taken the lead at this point.
Wow. That just shows you how competitive and how crazy Bingo can be. Blue had the small advantage. And Red recently have just been doing the challenges, just slightly getting above them, even stealing some.
And
from,
now we have
what they were going
ZL.
for.
ZL already did, I think it was ZL that did the lightning orbs.
Yes, absolutely.
So now he's just going for the floating mines, not worrying about the gems. The gems are Silver's goal.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're correct. Silver is going for the gems, ZL is going for the floating orbs. And Spudly's the only one in Breeze Harbor. And Spudly, I believe, is going for the gems. Oh,
Has
you
Wed
got
done
it.
floating orbs, I wonder.
Oh,
So
Spudly
now
got
that's
all
a
the
12.
gems.
Yeah, now that's 12 versus 12. The last, it comes down to the last goal. Wed going for lightning orbs, ZL going for floating mines.
And I hate to say, I believe it's Zeo's to take because Spudly is going to go for these floating mines, but I don't believe Spudly did the lightning orbs, though I could be mistaken.
Yeah,
So we'll have to see about that. If
we'll
Spudly
have to
didn't,
ask the other team
We'll have
who
to-
did it. But yeah, ZL is basically one orb away.
and it's done. Yep,
and it's
Zeo's
done.
done it. What a good race. What a
Came
close
down
game.
to the last cell, my friends. Impressive. Very cool.
Impressive. Wow.
Most
GG's.
impressive.
GG's all around. Very impressive race from our competitors.
Woo!
Fuck, sniped me on Fracture, man.
Oh,
that was me.
That
I
was
had
well,
all the gems.
Dude, I had all. Yeah, you did the same to me in Hurricane's Fracture. I had 650. I was doing the math and was like, wait, I had 351. I got 299. I had exactly the right amount. Went to click it. You clicked it first.
It was kind of interesting though, Zio, because it looked like you had the gems quite a ways like before, but maybe you forgot to mark it, or maybe I just like saw it wrong. But it looked like you had it done and you was going for like the last two enemies, and then Spudly just beat you on it.
Maybe because I was overlapping enemies and gems.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But,
So I'm
like,
just
It really looked like it was like frames away of who clicked it first, and apparently Blue
Yeah.
got it.
was
But that
insane.
did not stop Red from winning. Congratulations. That was a race.
woo,
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
that was stressful.
That was a stressful race. When I saw the gems, I just let go of my control and I was like, well, up to you now.
Dude, I loved sitting in the middle of hockey and going, oh, hey, everyone left Glimmer.
We mentioned that. We mentioned how you stood back and you cleaned up a lot of the early game route.
You were
challenges.
still in Summer Forest at the 27-minute mark.
That was insane. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Well, nobody else was doing any Summer Forest
Yeah.
shit. I don't know
just
where
kind of-
Silver was, but
Yeah, Zach was
Yeah.
just out there spooking me, man. I had 3 orbs between Skelos and Mystic. When I saw you get the home worlds, I was like, "Uh-oh, he beat me. He beat me
Speaking
to."
of homeworlds, my capture dropped, but did the Frog Proxy make it to the stream?
No.
No.
Oh,
No way.
God, it was
No
so
way.
good.
Also, I guess I should
Cheated.
mention it. Your sound also dropped by. It
Yeah.
didn't come back after you came back, so we've been in silence
Oh.
this whole time.
Oh, really?
At least I don't hear it on. Yeah, you're unmuted. Maybe on Twitch it's different, but on my player.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
I
our
had-
route, it kind of started
Amaranth, like,
with the.
crashed my fucking shit, so I had to close it, and that's where I get my audio.
Yeah, there you go. It's back.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I felt bad because I had to hop in and like tell you like, yo, your capture's done. But like, it's a middle of a race, so I was just like, yo, Zio, how's it going?
no,
Yeah,
dude,
your
that was-
capture. Yeah, it's not
That was
good.
totally fine.
Would you guys be down to do the same teams again?
Yeah, I think it was a really
yeah,
good
I
game.
think that was a good matchup.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was extremely close.
Yeah, that was,
How far
And-
behind were you guys on the last goal?
we were
I
a
guess
ways. I had
We
skipped-
both just started doing
Yeah.
one side of the goal.
Yeah, Wed was doing
ahead.
lightning orbs, and I killed like 5 mines. That was it when you took it. So
Yeah, when I did the Hurricos jumps, I realized after, I was like, shit, the only goal left is Hurricos, so I went back in.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because you left and Spudly left, and immediately
you went
after
back in.
leaving, Zio immediately turned around and went back in, and I was like, "Oh, he's going back in."
might have won you the game, because yeah, if I had stacked lightning orbs, I had the same thought. I was like, wait, I probably should have done lightning orbs first, because it's gonna come down to these last goals. So I probably
Yeah.
need to. Because at first I was like, okay, I guess I rush all gems. Like, what's something I can do fast that they're probably not working on? And then I mathed it out later, and it's like, I should have stayed, done lightning orbs.